Well, hello and welcome to today's edition of My View from the Pew. My name is Rodney Blockett and thank you for stopping by the channel today. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, I would love for you to do that. I know that a lot of people have been viewing our videos and I appreciate that. And so if you could subscribe and then you get to know every time that a new video is uploaded. So hit that like and subscribe button. I certainly would appreciate that. So today's edition, I'm going to talk a little bit about, as you can tell from the title, called Get Me to the Church or Anywhere on Time. And so one of my biggest pet peeves in life, I have lots of pet peeves, but one of my pet peeves in life is being on time or being late, of which I hate. So, and I can't tell you how much I hate it. I hate it more than I hate jalapenos. And if people who know me will know, I hate jalapenos or anything spicy, but that's a conversation for another day. But just being on time, to me, if you're not early, you're not on time. And so I just want to talk a little bit about that today and how we've kind of changed our view on that as a society for some reason. I don't know why. So as I mentioned, I think in my first video, I do some security work at one of the local churches in the area. So I do this just to help a buddy of mine out who owns the company, but it gives me an opportunity to kind of help out the church there as far as security is concerned, but also it kind of gives me a back seat, so to speak, to kind of people watch, which I really enjoy doing. So one of the things that's always fascinated me when I've worked at not just this church, but other churches as well, is the fact that if the service starts at 8:30, the number of people who start coming in the doors at 8:30 or 8:35, and not just come in the door racing as if they are late to cash their lottery ticket in. It is, I come in the door at 8:30, I want to chit chat with a couple people that are in the lobby, I think I'll go grab my coffee, and then I'll go into the sanctuary or go to wherever I need to go. Drives me crazy because what I've always said is I wonder if the people who are, let's just say your worship team or the music folks, they spend all week working on what they're going to put together to be able to do for worship for the church that week. And then for some reason, the sanctuary is about half full. And then over the next 15 to 20 minutes, as things are going on, it just slowly fills up and goes in. And you could never do that anywhere else, I wouldn't think, at least. So you can't necessarily tell your boss, well, I know I'm supposed to be here at 9, but it's okay if I just kind of stroll in at 9:30 or 9:15. That should be fine. Or your kids, when they go to school, you can't just say, well, school starts at 8, but if they get there at 8:15 or 8:20, it should be fine. It's no big deal. I'm not sure how we've gotten into this cycle as a society when it's okay to be late. Some people call it being fashionably late, or I've known other people who say, well, they're just late all the time. That's just the way they are. Well, they're that way on purpose. And some people will say, well, you don't understand. I've got kids. I've got this. I've got that. But I've noticed that if you're going to a ball game, or if you're going to a movie, or if you're going to things that are important to you, you tend to be on time. But other things, you don't think you have to be that way. And we've kind of got used to just being able to show up whenever we want to. I have people that where I've worked at in different places who say, well, I'm just not a morning person, or I'm not an on-time person, like just the way I work, or this or that. But to me, it's just being almost disrespectful. If you say you're going to be somewhere at 1 o'clock, you need to be there at 12:45. Give yourself plenty of time to be there. Not show up at 12:59 and 30 seconds and think, well, I'm early because I got 30 seconds to spare. It really, to me, tells more about how I feel about the person I'm going to be talking to or seeing or the event I'm going to. So in this case, church. What's my relationship that I can just come whenever I want? Or, I know that, the worship team has worked really hard this week, but, I really don't care about the worship team. Now, you would never say that to them, but your actions certainly say that. Or your actions when you're late for a meeting. That tells that person on the other side of the table, well, you're really not that important to me because I know our meeting was supposed to be at 1, but I'm fashionably late. I don't think most people could get by with being fashionably late in a lot of other areas of their lives, but somehow we think that's okay. And actually some people think it's kind of funny. They almost kind of wear it as a badge of honor that, yeah, I'm just late all the time. That's just my thing. Well, I would encourage you in 2025 to make it not your thing and make it so that fashionably late comes out of your vocabulary. And it's, I respect the person, I respect the entity, I respect that other person on the other side of the table that I'm going to be there early. And if I'm supposed to be there at 2 o'clock, I'm going to be there at 1:45 because I want to show that person the respect that they deserve to be there. So I would encourage you as you look through this year, if you're a fashionably late person, maybe see how I can be fashionably early and see that what that does for you. But just look at how we think about time, because we only have so much time in our lives, and how can I change my perspective on that and to be on time. So get me to church or anywhere else on time. So that's my view from the pew. Thanks for stopping by.